Hey, what's up? It's Snapey, and this is a Paladins video. And I've been playing Paladins for maybe a few weeks, maybe a month or so. And I know definitely late to the game, but it I was looking for a new game, I guess, to play, and this seemed like, well, because it's free to play, I figured, oh, I'll give it a try, and so yeah, it actually turned out to be pretty good. I'm learning the game right now, and it's still in that process, that fun phase of I'm learning about the new champions, I'm learning about how this game works, the cards and the upgrades and all of that. I'm familiar somewhat with like item progression. I'm familiar with shooters, team-based um, games like that. Most of my background is TF2, but I played games like Dota and other types of games like that where you have to sort of work together as a team to beat the other team. I have some experience in Overwatch, and I know a lot of comparisons made between Overwatch and this game, but I really haven't played that game enough to say that that game has actually helped in trying to play this game, because I think that they're pretty different. But I've been playing this game for a while, and I guess in reviewing back some of these old plays that I have, some of my old games, it's kind of interesting because of how I used to play versus where I'm at right now, and probably where I'm going to be a month from now, and sort of progressing until I sort of reach that gamer's plateau, I guess. So sort of that point where I really am not making large improvements, but more fine-tuning, I'm sure positioning, aim, things like that. One of the things I noticed in this game right off the bat was my aim was not very good, and I don't know if that was because it was a while since I had played, or I just wasn't used to the different champions in this game. When I first started playing, I pretty much just played Makoa because I thought it was so cool. And so a lot of my videos, I guess, on this channel in the beginning, maybe Makoa or some of the more basic heroes. Maybe Makoa isn't considered basic, but to me, Makoa was considered pretty easy because of his high health and the fact that he had the hook, which I thought was amazing, which I know comes sort of, or it's very similar to Overwatch and Roadhog. And I'd seen enough of that to kind of understand, oh yeah, it's very similar. But I just thought that was so cool that there was a tank frontline hero that had a get over here sort of movement, because there's nothing really like that in this game that will bring people to you. I just thought that was really nice. It's also interesting to notice my positioning and disengagement, because that's one of the things that I've learned sort of in the past at least week or so, maybe last couple weeks, is when to disengage with people, because because they can see your health, it's actually what I think is a lot more beneficial to, if you think you're going to lose, to just run away. Or at least run around to where your teammates are, so that they can, if you die, they can sort of take care of that person. It's hard because of sort of where I've been with, especially Team Fortress 2, where you can't see their health. You kind of just have to know that they're low, and then you kind of push in, and you're just guessing they could have full health, or they could have, 4 health, and you never really know unless you're communicating, which is pretty rare in sort of that public setting. But with Makoa, I feel like he was pretty easy because his cannon, I wish, did a little bit more splash damage. It's pretty directional. It reminds me a lot of the lock and load, if you're familiar with Team Fortress 2. It has to almost be spot on, and the damage isn't really that great, but still, it's not bad. Right there, I was trying to hook the Androxus and then pull him down into the cliff, but I guess he had timed out. I'm not sure what happened there. I had seen that little turn move. I'm not sure if you can do that in Overwatch, but I seen a little like hook and turn move to kind of throw them off. I seen that on a stream before, and so ever since I saw that on a stream, I was like, oh, okay, that sounds good. Maybe I'll try to incorporate that more in my Makoa gameplay. I don't think we had a healer on our team, and that's often the case in playing, these types of games. Sorry, we did have a healer. It's just not really getting heals, but it's important I guess for at least for me to manage my health and to make sure that in any of the engagements that I have, if I feel like I'm gonna die, I can just pull away. I was trying to chase the Androxus here, but he is obviously too fast. This was at a time when I didn't actually know who did what. I didn't know too many of the heroes, and I wasn't exactly sure. I mean, for the most part, I didn't have most of them, so I really couldn't even have, you know, known some of the moves. I guess I could have gone to the practice range, but I didn't know that he had that sort of burst. I guess I don't know what you want to call it. That lunge move, that dash move, and as you can see, missing every shot here. One of the things I also picked up that took me a while to figure out was when to use the hook, because when I first started playing, I just hooked everybody because I just figured, oh, I'm just gonna get him over here. But actually, the timing of the hook and who you hook is pretty important, because it's not like Overwatch where I think if Roadhog hooks you, you're pretty much dead. If you're any hero besides maybe Diva or one of the tanks, you're probably gonna die with the Makoa hook combo. But I'm sorry, with the Roadhog hook combo. But with Makoa, it's not like that. It's you actually, there's only a few that you can hook and kill, I believe. But because you can see the health, I think it's that's sort of the opportunity to hook people who are like maybe 3/4 to half, and then finish them off that way with the hook and maybe a couple of shots if that's what it's going to take. But that's again things that I realized later on as I was playing this game. But characters like Skye is really nice to be able to hook. Obviously I didn't get the kill there, but to at least deter Skye, because I know as a beginner Skye is actually a problematic champion, because invisible, can run around, and that poison, that poison over time effect, because of a lack of often healers or not really knowing the healing. There's no health packs in this game, so really the only opportunity you have to heal is a healer or just taking a break out of combat. And so I think that's what makes Skye really difficult. Also, the her ultimate is, although very obvious now, and most of the champions, if not all of them, have some way to escape, some mobility move or I guess mobility ability. But in the beginning, I really didn't use the turtle spin to do that. I mostly just used it to knock into people, because I thought that's what you're supposed to do for like extra damage. But actually, it can also be used for just getting around, because Makoa is pretty slow, even though he's pretty big. I do like the fact that when Skye gets hit, though, she does break invis, and she's not too crazy. But again, just the fact that I had so much health as Makoa is really nice. I probably should have tried to, in dealing with the Skye, I'm not sure if that's my role. As you can see, I have like no health, and actually that ultimate actually increased my health. I was so low. But I'm not sure if it's my job to go after flankers as Makoa, and you know, I guess if I'm the only one there, I have to pretty much deal with whoever. But as you can sort of see, we're struggling here. But one of the things I really appreciate out of Paladins that is not in Overwatch or even in Team Fortress 2 is the fact that you can still win rounds. You can still win rounds by not actually winning all. Like, you don't have to just dominate. You can actually lose the midpoint and then defend, and then lose, defend, and then if you win that last mid fight, the deciding mid fight, you could actually win. And that's actually happened a few times where I thought, oh, our team like finally came online, and it's nice, because it seems like a huge disadvantage if you were to go 0-2, you know, and you're down in spending credits, and you just feel like you're demoralized. But the fact that you can still come back and somewhat win is it's a very nice game mechanic, and one that I can say I appreciate it. I don't know if it's in any other games. I haven't really played games like Smite or other games that may have that opportunity to incorporate something like that. But I feel like that has been nice from again, a purely beginner standpoint. The fact that, oh, we can win and get points for rounds just based on the fact that we are defending, and really it's pretty difficult sometimes to push into last because of the distance. Even though you have the horse to sort of get there to the front lines faster, it's still pretty difficult to do that. And it's just nice. So even if you are down 0-2, it's not the end of the world. But we end up losing, but that's okay. Again, I really enjoy Paladins, and I'm looking forward to kind of just going back and watching some older videos. So thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye.